guys, and welcome back to another episode of Change Wired Podcast, the podcast for leaders, doers, builders of what's next. People committed to change and not satisfied with status quo. Is it you? Then you're in the right place. Today's episode, guys, is a reminder for wellness, work, self-improvement. Today's episode is a reminder that results aren't magic, and they're actually quite predictable. They're almost like math. You want a big change, a small change, a medium change, any shade of change, track your reps. You know, there is this saying, no reps, no gains for gym goers. It's true also for life, business, self, any kind of transformation, because goals like focusing on the outcomes don't get you there. Like there is no manifestation without you actually doing the work. Actions, that's what get you to the outcomes you want. Today we are diving into the mindset shift from chasing outcomes to mastering inputs, to mastering your reps, guys, from hoping it works to knowing you did the work. Let's talk about the reps that actually create results in business, in culture, in life. Let's get wired for change. Guys, if you want to change your body composition, your weight, or you want to change your business, or you want to change culture of your company, or maybe of your family, or you want your company or your team to adapt AI or other technology, or maybe you want to start a different system for managing your own projects. Maybe you want to work on your gut health. Like, it really does not matter. It's a universal principle. If you can't put your goal, you can't break it down into visible, measurable, repeatable actions, then this goal is not going to happen. So, I have a coaching software that I use with my clients. Coach Accountable, one of the best platforms for coaches. Check it out. And I also use it for myself because there is this nice feature. It's called metrics. And what it does, it allows you to create anything that you want to measure, and every day, if you want, it will send you an email reminder that will tell you, okay, put in your information about reps, repetitions. Did you do the work? Did you not do the work? Like, give you an example. I track their calories. I want to get interested in body composition. So every day I check in. I like, did you track your calories? Yes or no? And I also add a comment how many calories it was. And over time, it allows you to see when you actually showed up, and if the result does not match your expectation, then look at the reps. And more often than not, you'll find, well, the reps weren't there. The other thing that I'm using it for is business, where I now track amount of hours I'm reaching out to potential clients. And the second one is amount of conversations that I'm having with those potential clients, which especially amount of conversations in consulting, in coaching world, in B2B world, that seems to be highly correlatable with the amount of work and project you do get. And before, I did not do such thing, although I would track from time to time, but now I really want to nail it. And for this summer season in the Northern Hemisphere, that is, and winter in the Southern Hemisphere in South Africa, where I spend most of my time these days. So the more you track, the more consistent you are with tracking reps, the bigger there is the probability that you actually make the outcome more predictable, less of a guess game, and more, again, like math. Let's take some other examples, not just gym, not just weight loss and calories, but let's say business transformation. Again, you want to grow your business. So if you want to grow your business, most of the time we are looking for more clients. So in order to get more clients, you probably need to talk to more clients, or somehow reach to more clients. And those are your reps. How are you reaching out to clients? Are you having those conversations that you need to have? And how many of those do you have on a consistent basis? And then you can start tracking the outputs. And if the outputs, again, don't match your expectations, then what do? Well, maybe the reps are not the correct ones, and you might need to adjust that, talking to people who've done it and asking their feedback so you could adjust the reps you do, kind of like in the workout. Well, you might be showing up in the gym, but you might be doing the wrong stuff. Like some of my clients would double down on cardio and they're like, well, why I'm not getting the muscles that I want? Well, because muscles, according to exercise science, are built best with weight training, not with cardio. And that's where you have to adjust your repetitions, what repetitions you do and the quality of those repetitions before you can expect the results. But all the art and science of getting the outcomes that we want is in the repetitions that we take or not take and the quality of those repetitions, right? So you have your business development, when and how much are you reaching out to your potential clients. Culture change. You want culture to change to be more innovative or maybe more AI ready. Like, what are the visible, measurable, repeatable actions that you need to change in order to get the change in culture? Like, I don't care what you say if you want more psychologically safe culture of innovation, culture of trust, culture of high performance. If I have a camera, if I had a camera and I were to go to your workplace or where your team works, if I were to go there, I need to be able to see observable change, visible, measurable, repeatable. A little bit on the repeatable side of things, like visible. Probably you can understand, again, if I took a camera and I did a video recording, I need to be able to see that you do what you intend to do and to get the desired outcome. So it has to be visible. It has to be measurable and trackable. Otherwise, how would you know if you need to adjust anything? And how would you know what to adjust when the results don't come or don't match your expectations? But repeatable, a lot of people don't understand the value of repeatable. Let's say you want to again grow your business and you decided, well, I need to work more. Okay. And you decide, I'm just going to go and work for, 20 hours straight. Yeah, you can do it for a day, maybe for 2, maybe for 3 days, maybe for the whole week if you're a freaking superhero. But then you won't be able to do that. And based on the research we have, you probably burn out yourself so much that you're like, heck, I'm not doing any of that anymore. Or in culture, you want your people to, show up doing their 100% every day of the week, like 5-6 days of the week. Again, they might do it for a week, maybe a couple of weeks, but then you're going to start getting burnouts and people will leave your company or your team. So it has to be repeatable if you want the result to last. The same in the diet world. You can have the best diet ever and you're like, that is amazing, and you do it for a week and it gives you the result. But then again, it becomes either too boring, too difficult. It's not based on any good nutrition science and it's making you sick, low on energy, and you hate your whole life. Is it repeatable? No. So then probably it's not a good match if your outcome is to get into certain shape and stay there. The same for culture. If it's not repeatable, it's not sustainable. If it's not sustainable, unless it's really some short-term thing you want to get, like people do for fitness competitions, they get into this single-digit body fat percentage. Yeah, it's not sustainable, but it's not the purpose. So repeatable is a very important factor, and you want to understand, is it repeatable? Is it sustainable, basically? And if not, and you're not looking for short-term results only, that probably something has to change. Let's take another example. Let's take gut health. If you want to improve your gut health, because, maybe your digestion is always off, you're bloated, or you think that the problem to some of your health issues, the reason for your health issues might be in your gut. Maybe you have some pain, other discomfort. Maybe your bathroom trips aren't going smooth. But you want to improve your gut health. Well, from research that we have right now, they say that one of the most important practices besides not eating junk ingredients, one of the most important practices, plus stress regulation as well. But then on the eating side, one of the most important practices is to eat naturally fermented foods without added sugars on a regular basis. So 2, 3, 4 servings a day seems to really have a great effect on gut biodiversity, or basically how many different gut bacteria you have in your gut seem to really have a robust effect on how many of those you have, and that seems to correlate with great gut health. So one, again, of the most important practices is eating few servings of fermented foods every single day. So then your reps for your gut health are going to be eating those fermented foods. And you can create this metric in some of their apps. Maybe there is another good one, a Habit Share app, where you can track consistency very easily on your phone. It's completely free. So check it out, Habit Share app. It's kind of social habit sharing app, but you can also do it with yourself and just see over time, did you put in the reps? Did you eat all your fermented foods? Or you ate them like once a week, every other week, and then you're like, well, my health is not improving. Well, because the research suggests that you need to do it every day to get consistent effect. And basically you need to keep doing it for the rest of your life. Kind of like taking a shower or brushing your teeth. If you want effect to last, you gotta do it daily. Certain things are like paying rent on earth for having result. Like you want a really great health, you gotta exercise, and not till you get fit, but for the rest of your life. And that's the power of reps in a nutshell. Guys, doesn't matter the complexity of your goal. And I think where I see leaders get it wrong, leaders in companies, and it's understandable. You have countless of processes. So you have tens, hundreds, thousands of employees, and systems get incredibly complex. But at the end of the day, you still need to break down complex systems into more simple, smaller components. And then for each component or outcome or goal that you want to influence, that you want to create, you need to figure out the reps, visible, measurable, repeatable, that need to be performed differently. If you want, again, the change to happen, something about your actions has to change. So no matter how complex the goal is, how complex the system is, you still need to break it down into simple components and then figure out for this outcome to happen in this specific component, what actions need to be repeated, visible and measurable in order for the outcome that we seek become, based again on our best knowledge, become a side effect, something that's going to come naturally versus hoping for, some luck and magic to make things differently. Well, things in life change for sure. No matter what you do, if you do nothing, things just change. But are they going to change in the direction where you want the outcomes that you want, or they're just going to change and you're going to get randomness and then like, oh my God, I did not want this result. Well, maybe you didn't do the reps that were needed to get different results. So to sum it up, guys, what are the outcomes that you're working on this season? Business, self-transformation, gym and fitness. What are the outcomes that you're working on? And the most important question is, what are the inputs? What are the reps that you need to perform consistently and you need to track? You need to make them visible, measurable, repeatable. What are the inputs? What are the reps that you need to do in order for this outcome to become a natural progression or side effect of the inputs that you're going to master, that you're going to do, that you're going to perform on a regular schedule. And obviously, again, for every goal, for every outcome, you will have different frequency, you will have different intensity, plus you might want, again, different kind of outcome. Like there are so many specific, but you want to really make sure that the outcome you want and the reps that you are ready and can perform, they are a match. What I see a lot also among business owners, and I see it in myself, like in my past where I made the mistake, we create the goal, the outcome, like I want to create $1 million company. Yes, it is possible, but you need to match the amount of work and the quality of the reps that you need to put in. Obviously, the services, the offerings, but there has to be a match. Like if you want to go to Olympics, there is freaking a lot of work you would have to do. Not an average amount, not a medium amount, but world-class, extraordinary amount of freaking work, dedication, and focus before you even have a chance to take a swing at this Olympic medal. So always make sure that your goal and your reps are a match, and then get busy and focused measuring those reps. Visible, measurable, repeatable. And that's it for today's podcast, guys. If you found this useful, please do share this episode with at least one other person who you want to chat about that and you want to share and you want to keep each other accountable. Maybe use that Habit Share app to keep each other accountable on the reps you put in, and then maybe get feedback from somebody who is there or has the outcome that you want. Ask them, like, what reps do you need to put in consistently to actually get there, right? Share this podcast episode with them, with your family, with your friends, with your teams, with your coworkers. Get a culture of putting in the reps, not just focusing on the outcomes and burning yourself and your teammates and the whole organization out. So share this podcast episode, maybe put it on the learning platform in your company for your team, and rate, review our podcast episode on iTunes, on Stitcher, on Spotify, on Podcast Addict, wherever you find our podcast. It means a lot. Let's improve the world one set of ears, one listener at a time. I need your help, guys. So thank you for listening. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for growing. And till next time, keep changing one rep at a time. Visible, measurable, repeatable. Till next time.